This video is only going to cover the first three parts of your body paragraph, the assertion, context, and evidence. So over here, I have my essay planning sheet that I finished. Up top is my introduction paragraph, and now I'm ready to start my body paragraph. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go back to my planning sheet and look at my thesis one more time, because I know that I need to pull supporting detail 1 for my first assertion. So it looks like that is the part about European diseases. So I am just going to use a transition phrase to begin. And I'm just going to plug in that first assertion or supporting detail right into my body paragraph. European diseases brought over by the Spanish helped them conquer the Aztecs and Incas. Okay, great. Now I need to give my readers some context before I just plug in a piece of evidence, because if I don't do that, then they may be confused about where this evidence came from or who the evidence is talking about. So let me look back to my planning sheet. It looks like this second piece of evidence here from source A is talking about the supporting detail disease. So I'm going to use this one. I know source A was talking about the Aztecs, so that is what I'm going to use for my context. I'm going to start by saying in source A, it states that the Aztecs were affected by many European diseases. Okay, so now my reader knows who I'm talking about and which source I'm going to refer to in my evidence part. So I'm just going to use a transition, for example, and then I can just copy and paste my evidence piece from my planning sheet right over here. And I actually don't need to keep the source A in parentheses at the end of this quote, because I've already stated in my context sentence where this evidence is coming from. If I didn't do that, though, I would definitely need to keep it in there. So I will just delete that. And then there you go. I have the three pieces that I need. And I'm just going to quickly go back and check to make sure that I have all of those parts by coding them. So assertion, it looks like my assertion is this first sentence here. It came straight from my thesis statement. And then the next part is context, so background information for the reader about your evidence. And then my evidence itself is in pink. So after you write your body paragraph, you're going to want to go back, if you have time, and code the parts, just because it's really easy for you to be able to tell and make sure that you have all of the things that you need for this body paragraph. Stay tuned for the next video about interpretations.